spins and loses it after contact by the number 2 car. Okay, Brett Moffitt in the 34, Keselowski in the 2. Tony Stewart penalized for uncontrolled tire at lap 131 during that caution, and then the restart would be at lap 133. In top 3 at lap 133, you had Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick. But Kevin Harvick, he had third place at the beginning of lap 133, but by the time the end of 133, Joey Logano would take the third place. He does go into the wall a little bit in front of Jimmy Johnson, but there was no caution for that incident. In fact, the 7th caution would come out at lap 135 for Danica Patrick, who loses it and spins and goes into the wall. Rear tire cut. It was actually the right rear tire. And restart was lap 139. And then you had a 7-wide restart. 6 and 7 wides at Pocono is not uncommon. Okay, and if you think 3 wide and 4 wide, 6, 7 wide is like whoa. Top 3 at lap 139: Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, and Joe Logano. And then you had your question number 7 at lap 140 with a multi-car crash involving AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Newman. A couple others got a piece, but nothing too bad. AJ Allmendinger hits Ryan Newman, and then Ryan Newman spins and hits the wall. Newman in the 31, Allmendinger in the 47. Restart was lap 144. Top 3 at lap 144: Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano. But Harvick would take third place by the end of lap 144. Truex Jr.'s lead over second place Jimmy Johnson was 0.25 seconds at lap 144, which grew to 1.95 at lap 147. And then at lap 148, you had Truex Jr., Harvick, and Johnson. Truex Jr., 2.80 second lead over Harvick at lap 148. Okay. At lap 150, Truex Jr., Harvick, Jimmy Johnson. But now, Truex Jr., 2.35 second lead at 150. Okay. Eventually, by 157, it would drop to 1.48 seconds. Danica Patrick loses it again and spins, this time off of turn 3. No caution, though. She actually makes it into pit road, so they didn't bring the caution out for that. White flag would come out at lap 159, and then the check it for lap 160. And Truex Jr. comes in for the win. Kevin Harvick, second place. Jimmy Johnson was third. Dale Jr. came in 11th, and Tony Smoke Stewart came in 21st. And as mentioned, this is the first Sprint Cup win for Martin Truex Jr., the 78 car, since 2013 at Sonoma. And NASCAR actually has the Sonoma Sprint Cup in 2 weeks. Now, after this Sunday's racing, Sprint Cup racing, the Sunday after, which is 21st, there is no Sprint Car racing. This is Sprint Cup racing. They actually return on the Sunday after, the 28th, and they will be at Sonoma on that date. So the lead track summary as follows. As mentioned, Kurt Busch takes the lead at the race start, but Edwards will take over at lap 1 into lap 2. Truex Jr. has the lead at lap 16. Edwards would drop down to third. And then Edwards would come back for the lead at lap 29. Casey Kane takes the lead at lap 30 during green flag pit stops. Kevin Harvick will take the lead at lap 32 as Casey Kane goes to pit. First caution, Truex Jr., will take the lead during the first caution into the restart at lap 5.5. Question number 2, Kevin Harvick. He takes the lead into the restart at lap 74. And then Austin Dillon will take the lead during caution number 3 into the restart at lap 92. But very, very briefly, because Jeff Gordon would take the lead also at lap 92. Truex Jr. takes the lead at lap 94. And then you had your during the fourth caution, and he would hold on to the restart lap 97. And then question number 5, 6, 7, 8, no changes. Okay. Truex Jr. had the lead from lap 97, lap 94, okay, all the way to lap 160. So there you go, for a guy that hadn't won a Sprint Cup in 2 years, right? And so I'm not going to do the math, but that's a lot of laps from 94 all the way to lap 160 to take the checkered. So good job by Martin Truex Jr. All right, so let's take a quick break, and then we'll go over this weekend's racing schedule. Yes, the moment you've all been waiting for. The Racing Podcast continues next. Welcome back, everybody, to the Racing Podcast presented by American Podcasting, the Thursday Night Ritual, RP. And Racing Podcast runs from February through November. And next February, 2016, we'll start our third year of the Racing Podcast. So this weekend coming up, okay, you have Xfinity and Sprint heading to Michigan. Now the trucks, okay, Capital Trucks head to Gateway Motorsports Park. Okay, Xfinity and Sprint Cup head to Michigan International Speedway. So the Gateway Motorsports Park, which is located at 700 Raceway Boulevard, Madison, Illinois, 62020. Capacity is 78,000. 1.25 mile oval track. Number of turns is 4. Bankings. Turns 1 and 2 is 11 degrees. Turns 3 and 4 is 9. And at the straights, it's 3. And as mentioned, again, Xfinity and Sprint Cup head to Michigan International Speedway, located at 12626 U.S. Highway 12, Brooklyn, Michigan, 49230. Capacity is 72,000 as of 2014, and Michigan is a 2-mile D-shaped oval. Number of turns 4. Bankings at the corners is 18 degrees. At the start-finish line, it's 12 degrees, and at the backstretch, it is 5 degrees. So now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow motorheads, the Racing Podcast proudly presents this weekend's racing schedule. Oh yeah. So let's do this. All right, so I'm going to do Xfinity first, then the trucks. Now you got Xfinity racing in the afternoon and truck racing on Saturday night, all right? So Saturday afternoon is this weekend's Xfinity Series event. Saturday afternoon, June 13th, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the Great Clips 250, benefiting paralyzed veterans from Michigan with 125 laps scheduled. And then Saturday night is this weekend's Camping World Truck event. Saturday night, June 13th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It is the American Ethanol presents the Driving for Lineman 200, brought to you by Ameren, and that's from Gateway Motorsports Park in Illinois. And there is 100 laps scheduled right there. And then on Sunday, this weekend's Sprint Cup event, Sunday, June 14th at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It is the Quicken Loans 400 from Michigan with 200 laps scheduled. And so as mentioned, the weekend of June 19th, 20th, and 21st, no Sprint Cup racing. The trucks return on Friday, June 19th, and actually you have trucks on Friday the 19th and Xfinity on Saturday the 20th next weekend. And the next Cup race, as mentioned, returns on Sunday, June 28th, after this Sunday, okay, and that would be at Sonoma. Of course, the 21st is Father's Day, so just let everybody know about that. I can almost swear that someone from NASCAR has been listening. I don't know. I'm hoping. My goal is to catch a listener who is associated or works for NASCAR, because I mentioned last year, I think I mentioned it this year, that there's 2 races that I miss every year, guaranteed. Father's Day and my old man's birthday. It's just the way it works. This year, I'm missing 3. I already missed the one at Texas, because my cousin had to get married. I don't want to tell you what my family did, but and I mentioned 2 nights this year and last year that, I missed the race on Father's Day. So I'm thinking, I don't know if someone heard me out there, but, you never know. You never know if someone big and famous can be listening to your little podcast. You just never know. right, so let's take a quick break, and then we'll go over the driver standing segment, okay? That's coming up next. RP continues. Welcome back, everybody, to the program, the Racing Podcast, show number 611 on this beautiful muggy day. Super hot today out on the eastern Long Island, for sure. So let's do the Sprint Cup driver standings, and then we'll move into the final stretch segment, and then it's a wrap. I think we're going to have a short podcast today. I have to apologize because I know it's been getting kind of lengthy. So we'll do this one kind of quick today. And eat and run, as they say. So NASCAR Sprint Cup driver standings, top 10, as follows. First place, still Kevin Harvick in the number 4 car, 559 points, current leader. Second place is Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car with 520 points. 39 points back. Third place, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, 481 points and 78 points back. Joey Logano, he's in 4th place in the 22 car, 480 points, 79 points back. 5th place is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the double 8, 465 points and 94 points back. 6th place, Brad Keselowski in number 2 car, 441 points and 118 points back. Jamie McMurray in 7th place in the number 1 car, 427 points and 132 back. Casey Kane in the 8 car, Casey Kane in 8th place in the number 5 car, 417 points, 142 points back. And Matt Kenseth in 9th place in the 20 car, 415 points, 144 back. And 10th place is Jeff Gordon in the 24 car, 411 points and 148 points back. From 11th through 15th place in order, Paul Menard with 385 points, Kurt Busch 379, Denny Hamlin with 379, Aric Almirola with 379, Ryan Newman with 374. From 16th through 20th place in order, Carl Edwards with 368 points, Clint Bowyer 354, Greg Biffle 343, Kyle Larson 333, and Danica Patrick in 20th place with 328. From 21st to 25th place in order, Casey Mears, 308 points. AJ Allmendinger with 300. David Reagan with 290. Austin Dillon with 290. And David Gilliland in 25th place with 260. Manufacturer standings for Sprint Cup as follows. First place, Chevrolet, 636 points. Second place is Ford, 577 points, 59 points back. And third place, Toyota, 545 points and 92 points back. NASCAR Xfinity Series driver standings, top 10 as follows. First place, Chris Buescher in the 60 car, 448 points, current leader. Second place, Ty Dillon in the number 3 car, 433 points, 15 points back. Third place, Chase Elliott in the number 9 car, 411 points and 37 points back. Fourth place is Reagan Smith in the number 7 car, 401 points, 47 points back. Fifth place is Darrell Wallace Jr. in the number 6 car, 399 points and 49 points back. Elliott Sadler in 6th place in the number 1 car, 375 points, 73 points back. Brian Scott in 7th place, the number 2 car, 358 points and 90 points back. 8th place is Ryan Reed in the 16 car, 353 points, 95 points back. And in 9th place, Brendan Gowen in the 62 car, 346 points, 102 back. And then 10th place, Daniel Suarez in the 18 car, 345 points, 103 points back. From 11th to 15th place in order, Jeremy Clements with 327 points, David Starr 310, Dakota Armstrong 275, J.J. Yeley 14th place with 273, Landon Castle in 15th with 270. And from 16th through 20th place in order, Ross Chastain with 264 points in 16th place, Ryan Sieg 251, Blake Koch 231, Cale Conley 212, and Joe Gase in 20th place with 203. And then from 21st to 25th place in order, Brendan Poole, 203 points in 21st place. Eric McClure, 198. Harris